So basically what I'm doing is making a windowsill and making sure that there's a slant coming from the window down so that the rain drains down. But what's super cool about this is that next year when I do my lime wash painting, I can make it a different color than the wall, and that looks really cute. So that'll be coming up next year. But now I'm going to mold around the windows, these windowsills, and then then we plaster them as well this year, and then it will rest until next year. But it's coming. It's fun. This is the fun part. This is when I'm sculpting the house. All right, today I have some help. Thank you, Mark.
You're welcome.
I'm telling you, it makes such a difference when I've got an extra set of hands in the wall, and of course, it's going quicker as well. So it's fantastic. He's doing a great job, and so now that'll be 1, 2, 3, 4 people that have helped and put hands on these walls. So I'm very grateful. And as I say, he's doing a great job. We're kind of at the final bits now. So I'm kind of doing the happy dance, but not quite yet, because the rest of the bits are fiddly. And this is part of the challenge because it's harder to get into these places. And today's very windy, very warm, very sunny. So it's creating its own challenges. Everything's drying really quickly. But yeah. So thank you, Mark. Okay, not doing the happy dance quite yet, but close. I've got to do around this window. I've got to do around this window. But the entire front wall is done. Apart from that. Sorry, the sun's going to be on this. I'm going to walk to the other end of the wall. This wall is done. This wall has a couple of spots right at the top that I think I'm going to have to get tackle from behind, from like inside. I don't know. But that's for next round. Everything else is done, including the windowsills, which were fun and a torture, especially on the top layer where the cob's hanging down. Oh, that was a thing. So this side mostly done. Again, these beside the windows, these big gaps will actually all be full of cob. But right now I have to do it in stages because the cob will just, it's called slumping, and it'll just kind of, the weight of itself will push it down. So I've got to just do little bits at a time. But the rest of the wall is done. There's a spot just up there that I probably need to tackle from the inside. But the rest of the wall is done. So I would say 90% done the cobbing. Whew, it's been a 2-week labor of love, let me tell you. So then, what I'm gonna do is I got these beautiful pieces of wood. So these are the first cuts from a log. So there's some bark still left on the edges, which I love. And so all the spots at the top, so the front and the two sides where the big gaps are up to the roof, I'm going to be cutting pieces, and they're going to go vertically up onto the gaps, and I'll screw them on. Yeah, so that's going to fill that. It's going to be a lot of cutting around those beams. And then on both sides, there'll be a lot of angle cutting. So that'll probably be a day, but I think it's going to look pretty cool. So next week, by the end of the week, plus I think I'm going to be able to start plastering next week too, because some of these walls will be dry enough. Certainly the first wall I did, which was this side, it'll be ready to plaster. So what we're going to end up having is things happening in stages. So I'm going to have a mix of cob ready, cob a little, cut wood while the cob's drying, install wood up on the roof, come back to the cob, and then make a batch of plaster and start the plaster. So next week's going to be a busy week, multifaceted, but by the end of next week, I hope to be doing the happy dance. Hope it's almost done. Should be. Stay tuned.